Welcome to the topic, Prayers for Peace of Mind. If you are looking for peace of mind, these prayers are the key to overcoming anxiety and stress in your life. These prayers not only help you find inner peace, but also motivate you to feel the comfort of God. Each prayer is a step forward in your journey to find peace, helping you overcome challenges and find hope in the midst of difficulties. As you listen to these prayers, you will feel the peace that envelopes you, like a gentle wave that soothes your soul and brings balance to your life. So let each prayer help you relieve anxiety, heal your heart, and open the door to peace for your soul. Dear God, when I feel confused and disoriented, please guide me on the right path. Life is not always clear. I do not always know where I am going or what I am doing. There are times when I feel like I am lost in my own journey, like a person walking in the fog, unable to see the road ahead. Dear God, in moments like this, I ask you, who know all, to show me the path I should take so that I can live true to the purpose that you have set for my life. I do not know since when questions about life, about the future, about the choices I have to face, have become constant worries in my mind. These past days, I have tried my best, but I still feel like something is missing, a certainty, a peace in my heart so that I can trust that everything will be okay. Important decisions in life are not always easy, and I feel like I am always at a crossroads, not knowing which way to turn. Every step in life is a decision, but sometimes I do not know if I am on the right path. And I know that only you can give me the clarity and guidance to make the right decisions. Dear God, when I feel confused, when everything around me becomes too complicated and confusing, I feel like I am lost in a maze with no way out. It could be decisions related to work, family, or relationships in life. Everything is piling up, and I do not know where to start. When I look at my schedule, I feel like a rudderless ship, drifting on the ocean, not knowing where to go. That feeling of confusion sometimes makes me lose direction, lose faith in my own abilities. Unanswered questions about the future, about my career, about my family, about what I want, make me feel so small, so weak in the vastness of life. Lord, I understand that in times like this, when I cannot see clearly the path I need to take, I need you. The trials and difficulties in life are not something I can avoid. In fact, I know that this life is never easy, but when I recognize your presence in my life, I find comfort. Although I cannot know everything that will come, I know that when I put my trust in you, you will guide me through every path, whether it is thorny or smooth, even when I feel like I can't go on anymore. Lord, in the Bible, I recall the words that Jesus taught his disciples when he said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11, verse 28. These words are truly a great invitation, an invitation for me to draw near to you in times when I feel tired and disoriented. I realize that when I trust in you, when I walk in your path, nothing in this life can make me afraid or confused. Peace does not come from controlling everything, but from surrendering everything to you, trusting that you will lead me along the path you have laid out for me. I know that life is a long journey with many twists and turns, forks in the road, and challenging paths. And though these paths are not always easy, not always straight, I believe that with your guidance, I will always find the right path. When I feel confused, when I don't know what to do, please help me remember that you are always there, ready to help me through any difficulty. I remember the times when I felt helpless and lost, and it was in those moments when I turned to you that you gave me clarity, helped me see the path ahead more clearly. Lord, please show me the path that you want me to take. I know that I can't always see the path ahead clearly, but I believe that your guidance will always illuminate that path. Every step in this life is a lesson, and in each lesson, I can find clarity and peace. I feel that seeking guidance from you in these uncertain times is the first step in finding the right path. Lord, in those moments when I feel lost, I ask that you open my heart and mind so that I can recognize the signs you give me. You may not show me everything right away, but through prayer, through seeking, you will teach me how to listen, how to recognize your presence in my daily life. Help me to open my heart and ears to hear your voice, so that in every decision, I always find your guidance. Although the road ahead may still be full of twists and turns, I believe that with your guidance, I will always be on the right track, and eventually I will find peace in my soul, because I know that I am following your lead. Lord, help me to always live with faith in your guidance. When I feel confused and uncertain, help me remember that peace does not come from controlling everything, but from trusting in God's providence, from walking in the love and clarity that you give me. I surrender my life to you, trusting that you will always show me the right path, even though the path may be difficult. But every step of the way, I will always feel your presence and protection. Lord, as I continue my journey through life, I sometimes feel like a lost person when questions about the future, about important decisions, about the crossroads that I have to choose constantly surround me. I feel that these things make my mind hazy, as if I cannot see clearly the path that you have marked out for me. It is in these moments, when I feel that I lack clarity, lack of wisdom in every decision, that I ask you, the source of wisdom, to show me the right path. Lord, in such moments of confusion, I do not know what to do. Life can sometimes leave me in a state of confusion and insecurity. Every decision, big or small, becomes extremely important. I know that the choice I make will affect my life, but sometimes I feel like I am standing at a crossroads and do not know which way to turn. Advice from friends and family is sometimes not enough to help me find the right path, because each path has its own uncertainties and each choice leads to different outcomes. Lord, in these times, I realize that only you can help me see clearly the path that you have laid out for me. Lord, I know that I cannot always understand your plan clearly. I know that you have deeper reasons, good intentions for my life that I cannot see right away. Sometimes, I only see what is in front of me, the difficulties ahead, making me feel scared and uncertain about the future. But when I think back, I understand that it is in those uncertain times that I need to trust in you, believing that you will guide me through it all. I cannot find the path on my own, but when I let you show me the way, when I surrender everything to you, you will give me the clarity I need to recognize the path you have laid out for me. I think back to times in my life when I felt like everything was happening too fast, when challenges were coming at me in a rush, and I didn't know what to do. But it was in those times, when I stopped and prayed, when I opened my heart to God, that I realized that I didn't have to face these challenges alone. You were always there for me, ready to provide me with insight, to help me recognize what was important and necessary, and what was not necessary in this life. This insight is not human wisdom, but the understanding that comes from God, the ability to see things that are invisible to the naked eye, the awareness that you have a perfect plan for me, even though I may not have understood it right away. Lord, when I look back at the hardships I have gone through in the past, I see that every step, every challenge, no matter how difficult, was part of the journey that you have prepared for me. I cannot change the past, but I realize that those trials have helped me grow, helped me understand that wisdom does not only come from making the right decisions, but also from learning to trust God, learning to surrender everything to Him. I cannot walk the path alone, but when I let God lead me, He will help me find the right path, even when I do not understand the direction. Lord, when I pray and seek wisdom, I want to know not only the path to take, but also how to live in a way that is worthy of that path. I do not want to simply follow your guidance without understanding the meaning of those steps. Please help me realize that every step in my life has a purpose, and that the greatest purpose is to live according to your will, to live according to the love you have for me. I know that your wisdom is not just about knowing what to do, but about knowing how to live in each moment of my life. Lord, when I feel confused and lacking clarity, please give me the ability to see the signs you send. These signs are not always obvious, but when I listen and pray, when I open my heart to you, I can feel your guidance in my life. Lord, help me to understand that wisdom comes from seeking you in every situation. And when I find you, I will find the right path. I do not have to face every decision on my own, but with you, with your guidance, I will always be on the right path. I know that I don't always see clearly what is best for me, but when I trust in you completely, I realize that you know better than anyone else what is best for me. Sometimes, I just need to do the simple things, the small steps that you show me, and those will be the right steps. I don't have to worry about every decision in life, because I know that you will always be there for me, guiding me and helping me to see the path you have prepared for me. Lord, help me to remember that wisdom does not come from controlling everything, but from trusting in your providence. I cannot do it all myself, but I know that when I surrender my life to you, you will lead me through the difficult, challenging turns and give me the wisdom to follow the path you have prepared. I pray to you, please enlighten me, show me your path, and help me stay on track, no matter how confusing and difficult life may seem at times. Lord, I entrust my life to you, trusting that you will never abandon me and will always lead me in your path. Please give me the clarity to recognize the path you have laid out for me, and please help me to always walk on that path with faith and hope in your boundless love. Amen. I surrender myself to you, trusting that you will guide me through the difficulties and keep me on the right path in life. Lord, in those moments when I feel uncertain, when I don't know what to do or where to go, I remember your words, and I ask you to help me surrender myself completely to you, to entrust everything to you. I know that in these moments, when things become too complicated and difficult, when the challenges of life leave me feeling exhausted, only you can help me see the path I need to take. When I face crossroads in life, when I don't know which way to go, I realize that only by surrendering myself completely to you can I overcome the difficulties, find peace in my heart, and go on the path you have prepared for me. I surrender myself to you, not only in the moments when I feel strong and confident, but also when I feel weak and uncertain. I understand that I cannot always find the right path on my own, but it is in this surrender, in placing my complete trust in your guidance, that I find strength. I recall the times when I felt helpless and defeated, when life seemed to have no way out, when all the options seemed unclear. But it was in those moments, when I stopped and surrendered everything to you, that I felt your presence. I felt a strength from within, a new faith, a guidance that nothing in this world can replace. Lord, it is in this surrender that I find peace. Lord, throughout my life, I have come to realize that the eternal truth that you give me is not perfection in every external condition, but the peace of mind that comes from trusting in you. I understand that only when I surrender myself completely to you can I live fully with what you want. I know that I will not always do the right thing. I will not always be on the right track from the beginning. However, I believe that when I let you lead me, you will make everything work out according to your plan. What I cannot understand, what I cannot clarify, you will help me find clarity and lead me in the right direction. I surrender myself to you, not only in the good times, but also in the most difficult times. I realize that, even when life is difficult, the challenges seem endless, I must continue to walk in faith in you. I cannot face every challenge on my own, but when I surrender everything to you, I feel peace in my heart, and I know that even though I may not see the path clearly at the moment, you will guide me. I remember the words of Jesus in the Gospel when he said, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid," Matthew 14 verse 27. Lord, I realize that even though this world may be broken at times and the challenges of life may make me feel lost, it is your presence that is my strength and light that guides my path. I surrender myself to you, not because I can do everything, but because I know that you are the one who can make all things work out for good. When I surrender everything to you, I realize that nothing is impossible. Your guidance is not always immediately visible, but I know that you will make things clear in your time. I recall times in the past when I felt like I was at a crossroads, not knowing what to do. However, each time I stopped, prayed, and sought your guidance, I realized that I did not have to face these challenges alone. You are always there for me, ready to help me through any difficulties, to help me choose the right path. I surrender myself to you, allowing you to guide me not only in my moments of strength, but also in my moments of weakness. It is true that there are times in life when I feel like I cannot go on any longer, when everything seems too difficult. But in those moments, I realize more clearly that your guidance is not the absence of suffering, but rather protection and comfort in those times of suffering. You do not promise that I will not have trials, but you promise that you will be with me, and in you, I will have the strength to overcome any difficulty. Lord, help me to realize that surrendering and consecrating myself to you does not mean giving up or giving up on life. Surrendering is not about stopping doing, but about realizing that I cannot do everything alone. When I surrender myself to you, I not only leave everything in your hands, but I also allow you to walk with me through every decision and action in my life. I know that you will not only guide me through the twists and turns, but also teach me how to live in love and holiness so that I can live out the purpose you have for me. Lord, help me to stay on track even when the path is bumpy and full of challenges. I cannot know everything that will happen in life, but I trust that when I surrender everything to you, you will guide me through every path you have prepared. I surrender to you, trusting that you will never abandon me, but will always be by my side, helping me overcome all difficulties and stay on the right path in life. I do not need to fear the future because I know that you will always lead me on the right path, a path full of life and hope, the path that you have marked out for me since I was born. I surrender to you, trusting that you will lead me through all difficulties and keep me on the right path in life. Lord, in every step I take, I always ask for your help so that I do not lose my way, so that I can live up to the purpose that you have arranged for my life. I cannot do everything alone, but with your guidance, I know that every challenge will become an opportunity for me to grow, to live up to the love that you have given me. I offer my life to you, and I believe that with your guidance, I will find the right path that you have prepared for me. I surrender myself to you, trusting that you will guide me through the difficulties and keep me on the right path in life. Lord, in those moments when I feel confused, when I cannot see the path ahead clearly, please help me to realize that only when I surrender completely to you can I find peace and light in life. I understand that life is a long journey, sometimes smooth, but also full of twists and turns full of challenges. Sometimes I feel lost, and only then, when I truly surrender myself to you, can I feel your presence, your steady guidance in times of confusion and loss. Lord, I know that your guidance is not an avoidance of life's difficulties, but an assurance that you will be with me in every situation, helping me overcome every challenge. I have come to realize that when I seek guidance from you, I not only receive direction, but also strength, perseverance, and peace. At times when I feel like I can't go on, when things seem too heavy, you are the source of strength and hope that keeps me going. I remember times when life seemed too difficult, when I no longer saw the way clearly, but when I surrendered all my worries and fears to you, you brought me peace, helping me realize that every difficulty, every challenge is a step forward in the journey of faith that you have outlined for me. Lord, I believe that when I surrender myself completely to you, I receive clarity that I cannot get from anywhere else but your guidance. When I surrender my life completely to your providence, I realize that I don't need to fear things that have not yet happened. You are the one who knows my plans best, and only when I trust in you can I truly live in peace, not the temporary peace that the world offers, but the peace that only you can give. I recall the words of the Bible when Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11, verse 28. Lord, you invite me to come to you, not only in the easy times, but especially in the difficult times, when I can no longer find my way on my own. I surrender myself to you, not only when I feel strong, but especially in my weakest and most helpless moments. I understand that surrender is not a surrender, but a powerful choice. The choice to trust in God's providence, the choice to let Him guide me and help me find the right path, even though sometimes I don't know what lies ahead. I remember the times when I felt confused, when every decision seemed difficult, when I felt I didn't have the strength to face every challenge. But it was in those moments, when I surrendered everything to you, that I realized that true strength does not come from myself, but from connecting with you, from living in complete trust in God's love and providence. Lord, help me to remember that this surrender does not mean giving up or giving up, but rather the knowledge that you are the one who will make everything work out for good. When I surrender to you, I not only expect your guidance, but I also know that you will help me grow in faith and teach me to live in accordance with the purpose you have for me. I cannot do everything alone, and when I let you lead, you will give me the strength and clarity to face every challenge in life. I do not have to fear when I encounter difficulties, because I know that each challenge is an opportunity for me to grow in faith, to understand more about your love and providence. I surrender to you, not because I can do everything by myself, but because I know that in this surrender, I will find the strength and guidance that I cannot have on my own. I cannot overcome every difficulty on my own, but with your help, I can overcome every challenge. When I feel like I can't go on, when I feel exhausted and can't see the path ahead, I know that when I trust in God's guidance, He will give me the strength to get up, to keep going, and to never give up. It is in this trust that I find freedom, because I know that nothing can separate me from His love. Lord, I also understand that surrendering to you does not mean giving up my freedom or my right to make decisions, but rather realizing that when I live according to your will, I will live a full and meaningful life. When I choose to live according to your guidance, I know that it is the right choice because you know better than anyone else what is best for me. The decisions I make in life are not always easy, but when I live in surrender and trust in you, I will always know that everything I do has a higher purpose, which is to live according to the love and wisdom that you have given me. Lord, help me to realize that I cannot live alone, but with your help, I can overcome every challenge and stay on track. I feel that in every step, in every decision, your guidance is the only thing that helps me maintain peace and clarity. I don't have to worry about anything that happens in my life, because I know that you will help me master every situation, will help me live in faith and stay on track, even though the road ahead may be rough and difficult. Lord, I surrender myself to you, trusting that you will guide me through every difficulty and keep me on track in life. I cannot go all the way by myself, but when I surrender my life to you, I know that you will help me overcome every challenge and live up to the purpose you have for me. I don't have to worry about what is to come, because I know that your guidance is the only thing I need. I surrender my life into your hands, trusting that you will always be there for me, helping me stay on the path you have prepared for me. Amen. Lord, in times when I feel stressed and tired, help me remember that the peace I seek does not come from solving all my problems, but from trusting and surrendering to your love. Lord, as I continue my journey through life, I sometimes feel like I am walking in the dark, not knowing where I am going and whether everything will be okay. There are days when I feel tired because I cannot solve all my problems, cannot make the right and correct decisions. But in times like these, when I feel exhausted, when I cannot find my way on my own, I remember what you said, and I ask you to help me realize that peace does not come from solving all of life's problems, but from surrendering everything into your hands, trusting in your infinite love and your wonderful providence. I understand that life does not always go the way I want it to. Challenges, difficulties, sometimes make me feel confused and disoriented. I used to wonder if I was on the right path, if the decisions I made were the best decisions. But in each of these moments, I realized that peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of God in my life. His presence that soothes the worries, the anxiety I feel in the most difficult times. Lord, I entrust this life into your hands, not because I have no other choice, but because I know that only when I trust completely in your guidance can I find true peace. When I master everything, when I try to control everything in life, I feel more tired, more helpless. I remember the times when I worried about the future, about things that had not happened yet, about decisions that had not been made. But every time I prayed and entrusted everything to you, I felt peace in my soul, no longer worried about what had not happened yet, because I knew that everything was in your providence. It was your love and care that reassured me that you would make everything work out for my good, even though I could not fully understand it at the moment. I know that when I let you lead me, you not only help me find the right path, but also help me have the clarity to see and overcome all difficulties. Challenges may still come, but when I know that I do not have to face them alone, when I feel your presence in every step, I no longer feel afraid, no longer feel insecure. The peace I find is not the tranquility that comes from avoiding challenges, but absolute trust in your love. You are the one who keeps me grounded, even when everything around me may be in chaos. Lord, whenever I feel overwhelmed by the problems in my life, I think of the image of Jesus comforting his disciples when he walked on the water to them during the storm. The disciples were frightened and did not know what to do, but Jesus came to them and said, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid." Matthew 14 verse 27. These words were not only for the disciples, but also for me today. In those moments when I feel myself being swept away by the storms of life, when I do not know what to do and what the future holds, I remember that you are always with me, always ready to help me overcome any difficulty. Lord, I entrust all my worries and trials into your hands, trusting that you will make all things work out for good according to your will. I know that no matter how helpless and weary I feel, you will always guide me through every path. I cannot do everything on my own, but when I live in faith and trust in you, I know that you will help me accomplish all that you have for me. Therefore, I do not need to worry about what is yet to come. I do not need to fear the decisions I will face, because you will always be with me, guiding me in the right direction. Lord, in times when I feel stressed and weary, when the decisions I have to make seem too big, help me remember that the peace I seek does not come from controlling everything in my life, but from trusting in your love and providence. I cannot solve everything on my own, but when I put my trust in you, you will guide me step by step, help me recognize the signs you send, and help me clarify the paths you have prepared for me. It is in trusting in you that I find unshakable peace. Lord, when things seem difficult and insurmountable, help me to remember that I never have to face my trials alone. I may feel weary, but in those moments, you are the only source of strength to keep me going. I know that when I surrender to you, I not only receive guidance in life, but I also receive comfort and constant support from your boundless love. It is this love that gives me the strength to keep going, to never give up. Lord, I surrender everything to you, trusting that you will lead me in the right direction, even though the road ahead may still be challenging. When I live in faith and trust in you, I know that you will work things out for good, guiding me through the paths you have marked out for me. I thank you, Lord, for your boundless love for me, and I surrender my whole life into your hands, trusting that you will always be there for me, always guiding me in the right direction in every situation. Lord, I surrender everything into your hands, so that in every situation, I can find your peace and guidance. I don't have to worry about the future, about the decisions I will face. I just need to live in faith, live in your love and providence, and I trust that you will always work things out for my good. I surrender my life to you, and I know that only when I trust you completely can I find peace and hope in every situation. Amen.